Alright, this is Dan House here, very nice for evil. You are watching True Heel Heat. Probably should have had MJF do this, but here we are.
Hello. It is me, the new media forbidden door, SP3. We are live on the True Hill Heat YouTube and Twitter for AEWramble episode 52. Yes, 52 weeks of AEWramble. We have made it a year of doing this show. Me live for all the Ramblers here on the True Hill Heat YouTube channel. And this is episode 52, Death Before Dis Nonsense. I am here with the man of 45,000 subscribers. Went up to 46,000 subscribers. As I'm saying that, you go to him for your TV and movie reviews and reactions, and you go to him for your honest criticisms of Tony Khan. He is Jimmy Macram.
Hi. Hello. Glad to be here, I guess.
Glad to be here. He's excited. He's excited to talk about AEW Dynamite Fyter Fest Night 3 from July 20th, 2022 with all of you. We appreciate everyone who's joining us live here on the YouTube channel and on Twitter. Of course, show your appreciation back by dropping the thumbs up on this video. Share this video with all your wrestling fans, friends, and family on all your favorite social media platforms. If you are new to the True Hill Heat YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to stay notified for all the great content here. And of course, if you're watching us on Twitter, remember to retweet, remember to share with your friends over there as well. And we want to hear from all of you in the live chat. The best way to have your comment highlighted on screen is with a super chat donation. We are a self-funded channel, so that's the best way to show your support and have your comment show up on screen if you want to hear from me and Jimmy on it. But we will try to highlight as many of your comments as possible. We got one of your favorites, Jimmy, Ninja Mortis, say we're running on CP time. I'm pretty sure we were just like 20 seconds after 1:05 p.m. Eastern time, man. Relax. We also got Annika Wilson who says death before dis nonsense, laughing crime emoji. I have to say, this is one of your best titles that you've ever done.
Hilarious. Last second heave-ho.
Last second evil. I love it.
We got Shark Week. I got nothing. Then it just hit me.
We got Kid Get Money who says True Hill fam, what's good? We got Nick Jackson, the other star of our show here, saying we're live, pal. Hold on to your butts. This one is gonna be bumpy. That is
the Kevin Gates reference. Hold on to your butts. You guys are not related, so I'm sure you'll be fine.
You got two phones, one for the phone, one for the phone. Ninja Mortis says, okay, Ramblers, let's get rambling. We got Simon who says Simeon. Oh, there you go. Oh, yes, right. Simeon, who says Jimmy gonna be apologetic today. Apocalyptic. Oh, excuse me.
Oh, yeah.
See, I'm misspelling everything.
Probably, yes. Once we hit Kevin Gates, I'll wake up.
It's all downhill from there. We also got Annika commenting on your beard. Where's your beard?
Oh, it was a mess. I combed it out and it was like this. So all right, that's enough. You let it go.
Fair assessment. We got Frantic World that says that ending to the main event was nonsense. SMH. I think that's where Jimmy came up with the title. Yeah. Sure. And yes, y'all do hear Harlem in the background. She's very excited for today's show. She's in the crowd, rooting me on. We got Nick Jackson also saying, is that some Harlem Heat I hear? Yes, the Harlem Heat is in the background there. We got Courtney here with us saying, what's up, Heel Nation? We also got Hassan here with us saying, hi there. Bone Daddy saying, everybody comes here to hear is Jimmy's disclaimers.
Where's Brooklyn? Where's all these people? I heard Harlem. Where are all these people who are constantly defending this fucking already fucked up. Defending the show.
Don't worry, she can't hear you.
Okay.
Can't hear you. It's okay.
Oh, good Lord.
It's all right. we got an early super chat donation from Kid Get Money. Thank you so much, Kid Get Money. We appreciate that so much. He says Tony Khan got Kevin Gates. So can Jimmy say something nice about Tony? Kanza streaming on all platforms.
Because he got Kevin Gates? Why? What else is Kevin Gates doing?
The man's got 2 phones. He's always busy.
He's got 2 phones. He's banging his cousin. He's got people sucking his dogs. I won't get too correctless here. Yes, a lot of stuff y'all don't know about Kevin Gates. Because like Tony Khan, you don't do your research. You just heard, oh, it's a nigga with tattoos. He must be popular. You stop.
The words and opinions of Jimmy Macram do not necessarily reflect those of True Heel Heat, its viewers, or affiliates.
If you're just tuning in, I like tattoos. I have tattoos. I'm just saying.
Okay. CM says, I agree with Jimmy. Gates slander is also accepted today. So your lawyer is always working on overtime. Always getting them pensions. We got Frantic World says, I'm gonna be on Jimmy's side today when we talk about the main event.
Oh, well, you know what? I'll take it. That's halfway.
There you go. We got EBB. He says this is going to be a good one. The Painmaker legend lives on. Simeon wants to know about your love life, apparently. He's saying, Jimmy, I love you, but please tell me you had sex this week. Hope your rage level is not heart attack level.
I'm on a 6-week streak of being a complete sexaholic maniac. If you want to know about my personal life, I don't do anything in discretion. I eat like a maniac. I drink like a maniac, and I'm not fucking. If I'm not fucking, I'm jerking off, and I'm pretty sure I'm a sex addict.
We heard a lot of information that I didn't. That's what it is. It is. You asked for it.
Sorry, all you kids watching. I'm just saying.
Yes.
The opposite.
Mrs. P3 was in the background there, trying to get a wrangle on Harlem there. Courtney says last night was a trash show. Put it in the damn trash. Whole show is trash. Man, she's even more brutal than Jimmy. So here we go. Let's get into it. AEW Dynamite last night for July 20th, 2022. Fyter Fest Night 3 or Week 2, whatever you want to call it, was from Duluth, Georgia, on outskirt of Atlanta, Georgia. And we kicked off things with Brody King going one-on-one with Darby Allin. Brody King with his cool entrance as per usual. Darby Allin coming out on the stage with Sting before Sting went to the back. And man, I thought after this opener, I was like, this is gonna be a good show, because I was like, I love this opener because Brody beat the shit out of Darby. Oh my goodness. Darby hit a shotgun drop kick to open up, and then Brody catches him on a tope suicida. However, Darby rakes his eyes before King gets the advantage with a lariat inside the ring. Brody hits a few sentons using his size to punish Darby. Brody puts Darby on the top ropes. Darby leaps off and gets shoulder blocked in midair. Then my favorite spot of the whole entire night was Brody spinning Darby by his pants belt and ragdolling him into the ropes. He bailed Darby into the guardrail twice. Back from break, Darby has taken off his belt as Brody stalks him, and on the floor, Darby takes Brody off his feet by tying his feet together with the belt. Darby then delivers his missile-like tope suicida to a kneeling Brody. Back into the ring, Darby starts delivering coffin splash in the corner, but King immediately stops that, catches him in a choke, ties him in the tree of war before chopping his back a few times. Brody then goes for a cannonball in the corner, but Darby moves. He hits a code red for a 2 count. Darby then goes into a submission where he sits on his head and brings his wrists together, but transitions into a rear naked choke. Brody responds by cannonballing into the corner with Darby on his fucking back. Darby uses the steel part of the turnbuckle on Brody's neck, and you think he's gonna make a comeback, but no. King grabs him, reverses, chokes him like he did in a similar fashion in the Royal Ramble and the Royal Rampage, and then drops Allin on the outside. The referee gets to a count of 9. He leaps back in. You once again think, oh man, maybe Darby's gonna make a comeback, but no. Brody ends him with the Gonzo bomb for the win. This was an absolutely great opener. All of Darby's offense made sense. It made sense when he uses the belt. He had to basically cheat to get any type of offense on Brody. Brody dominated 90% of this. This was a brilliant David versus the Goliath style matchup that was realistic and had the fans fully invested. Post-match, Brody reapplies the choke, looking to draw out Sting. The Stinger comes out. He looks like he's about to hit the Scorpion Death Drop when the lights go out and Malachi Black appears in the ring, but Sting is right there to stare him down. However, Brody applies the choke on Sting while Malachi spits the black mist in his face, gets a little bit on Brody as well. Then we hear the horns of the Redeemer, and the Redeemer comes out with some sunglasses, and he looks like he has developed the sign of the House of Black, but we don't know if he is a member yet. If not, he just comes down the entranceway. He stays in the entranceway and stares down with the House of Black, and Malachi Black just smiles to end this segment. What did you first think about this opener here with Brody King and Darby, Jimmy?
Watching this match, I remember thinking, first of all, I'm not sure how Darby is standing. Number one. Number two, I missed seeing Darby. He's usually been on like Rampage. And I watched that nonsense, why would I? And thirdly, this was great. Brody King is such a savage, and these two work really well together. Mainly because Darby's willing to do whatever you like. I'm sure a lot of this is his fucking idea. I'm not entirely sure why. He's not a fan of his own body.
He's really not. That's the best way to say it. Like, Darby is not a fan of his own body
at all. He's gonna feel it one day, but as long as it's not while I'm watching, hey, good luck to you. I gotta be honest, I love the post match.
Got some great comments. Simeon says Brody beat Darby's ass like Kevin Gates beats his cousin.
I haven't seen her. I want to see what she looks like.
Oh Jesus!
Just saying, he might have some reasonable excuses. What was I going to say before I totally got distracted by that? Oh, post match I really liked. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about Miro coming out. I like the Miro storyline. I just felt like it kind of took the feeling I had for the segment down. Like Sting in the mist is kind of perfect ending to it. Quite frankly, we do the Miro thing next week.
Yeah,
on Rampage.
Yeah,
that was fine though. I'm here for it. I don't know what I want from Miro though. It feels like he's going to swerve. He's not going to join, but if he does join, it's probably good for everybody. To be honest.
Yeah, I rather the two options that they kind of presented here. So I'm okay with Miro coming out because we're either going to get Miro joining House of Black or we're going to get Miro joining Sting and Darby against the House of Black. And that's much better than what we thought we were going to get weeks ago when it looked like we were getting Miro and Malachi Black, where neither one of them should lose. At least in a 6-man, it makes it a little bit more reasonable for one side to lose over the other.
Very true. Very true.
So Oh man, that comment made me die. Nick Jackson with the super chat donation. Thank you so much, Negro Buck. Always showing your support to the True Hill Heat Gang. And he says this has been Jimmy Macram with vital information.
I'm
Yes,
here to help.
vital information for your everyday life.
I'm asked questions, I answer them.
That's why you're here. This is why you're here. This is what's good for you. We got Courtney who says, I'd rather see Miro than Julia Hart. Can't wrestle at all. Damn, okay.
What? What?
She's only like 7. I mean,
right? Why are we comparing her to Miro? What are we talking about? What?
Give her a chance. Give her a chance. She's young. She's developing.
Yes, she's a great character actress, apparently, because I loved the promo last week.
Yes. But I absolutely love Brody versus Darby. Give me more of that. Give me more of that, please.
On the show? Yes.
Yeah.
On this show in particular? Sure. Definitely. Better than the nonsense we got the rest of this night.
Backstage, Tony Schiavone interviews Cole Carter, who's gonna face Ricky Starks tonight for the FTW Championship. Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs interrupt and say, last time we saw Carter, he was sleeping with the fishes, but they say he isn't gonna be able to compete with Ricky tonight. Carter steps up and says he will take the FTW Championship from Starks tonight. You might not know him, but he is Two Dimes from NXT 2.0. He was a part of Tony D'Angelo, who is this mobster type character, and he was one of his wise guys. And then he got released from WWE due to failing a drug test, and they wrote him off.
Like a recreational drug test.
They just said a failed drug test. They didn't say what it was that he failed for, but they said that basically they wrote him off television by having Tony D and his other wise guy Stax say that he was sleeping with the fishes and threw his watch into a river. So that was where the reference.
Every time you guys tell me about something that's going on in NXT, it always sounds like it's probably awful, but it could be amazing. I love the sound of that. They murdered a guy on TV. I'm here for it. Yes.
Yo, NXT 2.0, if I told you half of their storylines, you would think this is a very captivating show because they have kidnaps, they have murders, they got titties, they got all.
It sounds amazing.
Everything a wrestling fan would want. People want TV 14, professional wrestling. Check out NXT if you want to watch it from WWE. That's what it's all about. Ninja Mortis said no Julia slander.
Seriously, fuck.
I agree. Caden jumping a little early, but he says, can Jericho just get deposed already by the committee so he can be off my TV?
Listen, I've learned my lesson about Chris Jericho. I'm not gonna doubt him anymore. I doubted him for like 3 weeks, and he came up with this gimmick, which appears to be dying off already. Like, ugh. You know what? It's not his fault. Get rid of the Painmaker. It doesn't work. It never has. Sir, it's over.
Like, literally, that's your worst character you ever come up with, and you keep using it. Why? AEW interim world champion Jon Moxley and ROH Pure champion Wheeler Yuta of the Blackpool Combat Club, along with William Regal in their corner versus
Shake your head, sir. It's over.
Versus best friends with Orange Cassidy. Both Regal and Orange joined Excalibur and Taz at the commentary table. The exchanges by Regal towards Cassidy were funny to start off this, I want to say. Absolutely love how Mox treats Wheeler like a little brother. Did you like how he brought his head to his shoulder and was basically just talking shit, but it's basically supposed to be a pep talk? Like, that was great.
I did love it. Would love this a lot more 2 months ago.
Yeah, this did feel like they were finally continuing the Blackpool Combat Club story that kind of got sidetracked by them jumping already to the Jericho Appreciation Society feud. We always said that feud happened a little too early for where the Blackpool Combat Club was, but Hey, they had to do blood and guts. Trent and Mox have an evenly match exchange before Mox tags in Wheeler and Trent tags in Chucky T. Taylor gets the advantage before bringing Yuta to Best Friend's corner. Wheeler slaps the shit out of Trent, which makes him tag in, and Trent and Yuta exchange strikes. Once again, Trent showing that he hates Wheeler Yuta from even their time together in the Best Friends group. Trent delivers a backdrop suplex and starts laying in mounted strikes on Wheeler before Chucky T pulls off Beretta, but Yuta responds by getting up and striking Taylor. Trent throws Wheeler to the outside, where Chucky T then starts hating on Yuta and throws him into the guardrails. Best Friends isolate Wheeler during the commercial break. After the commercial break, Yuta makes a comeback and hits an Olympic slam on Taylor. He then hot tags Moxley in, who comes in with a big strike on Trent before throwing down the hammer and anvil elbows. Chucky T interrupts that so he can bring him to the outside, but then Moxley throws Chucky into the timekeeper's table. Back in the ring, Mox catches Trent with a cutter coming off the top rope. He then lays in the stomps to the head. He tags in Wheeler, but Trent cuts off Yuta off the top rope. Taylor hits the awful waffle that was great on Mox, and then the Best Friends hit back-to-back power drivers on Yuta for a near fall. Great commentary by William Regal, who said, "Oh, we taught him how to take the power driver by twisting your neck to the side." There, that was a great touch.
Yeah,
great.
Sounded good to me.
Best Friends go for the strong zero, but Yuta breaks free. Trent hits the crunchy on Wheeler, but Moxley breaks it up. We get a double down with all four men down. Then Trent knocks Mox off the apron and wants to focus on Yuta. Chucky T tags in, but Wheeler catches him with the guillotine while Mox gets the Trent on the floor with the figure four. Chucky T goes for the awful waffle after he breaks free, but Yuta reverses and then into the seatbelt pin for the win. Really good tag team bout that built up Wheeler Yuta ahead of the ROH Death Before Dishonor matchup with Daniel Garcia, who was backstage watching all of this and looking quite unimpressed as well as pissed off at the end of this. So good touches there. I thought, like I said, this felt like they restarted the story that was already developing with the Blackpool Combat Club, and we got a really good match out of it, so I was fine with it. What did you think, Jimmy? You muted yourself. I don't know what happened. There you go.
Thank you, sir. Jesus. I'd be nice. It was a really good match. All parties involved were great. I love the story they told. Very rarely do I criticize wrestlers because I think they, number one, do a good job, and number two, I don't wrestle, so I can't say how these things should go. However, I do know common sense. The common sense says you built this up for no reason, and then didn't do the match, and then waited 2 months to do the match. Now you say it's a Blackpool Combat Club versus Jericho's crew. But remember, that's not what happened. We're having we misremember here. We went 4 weeks with the BCC having fucking squash matches for no good reason. When we could have did this fucking match. We could have did 2 of these fucking matches. This guy's an idiot, and I'm tired of pretending he's not. I don't like it. This guy's Tony Khan, for future reference. The genius. The best booker in North America, apparently, because everybody else is a fucking primate. Well, we're all primates, but they're monkeys. Jesus. Common sense. And Trent was great. I thought it was great in the promo they did months ago. We could do the match. By the way, you tell me, because I don't watch Rampage, but I know on Dynamite, this is the first time I even heard of one of the fucking pure rules for that fucking championship match. You won't be able to throw those punches on Saturday or Sunday, whatever the fuck it is. Yeah, thank you, Stephanie, for explaining something for the first time when the match is in 12 seconds. Why would we care about Wheeler Yuta and fucking and Daniel Garcia? Why? For what?
Because it's a part of the Blackpool Combat Club versus Jericho Appreciation Society.
Yeah, that's why. That's why. Let's watch Daniel Garcia, who pretends to be fucking Tony Soprano, and goddamn Wheeler Yuta in a match where it's going to be non-ultra violent.
It's going to be about the wrestling. It's about being a professional wrestler. Frantic World wants me to tell you about what they did with the NXT Women's Tag Team titles. So I explained to you last week,
and I heard you told me that thing from last week where the partner turned on them one, and I saw this week somebody threw it in the garbage, and you all are very upset about that. Apparently, I thought it was hilarious. Again, don't watch the story, but just seeing the clip, and it looks awesome. I'm sorry.
So I do have they threw it in the trash, Cora Jade, and now it's vacant. So 3 of the 4 women's tag team titles in WWE are vacant now after Sasha Banks and Naomi walked out and Cora Jade threw it in the trash. The quick synopsis there. But I have a bit of breaking news right now. My good friend Romeo is on the ROH Death Before Dishonor media call with Tony Khan.
Kyrie. I was very upset.
That would have been great. He's on the media call, but Fightful Select has just reported they asked Tony Khan if there are any talent signed to ROH full-time deals that the public doesn't know about, and Khan outright stated that there were, but said that the Briscoes were the most notable. So the Briscoes are officially signed to Ring of Honor. Briscoes had been working Impact dates since ROH's sale, even becoming the Impact Tag Team Champions. They did lose the titles at Slammiversary last month against the Good Brothers, and earlier this year, word emerged that Warner Media at the time didn't want the Briscoes on AEW television, which has held up since then, and Fightful says that they're going to work to find out if there are more details behind this, but the duo is now signed to Ring of Honor. So the Briscoes are officially ROH.
It's great journalism going on there.
Hey, I try my best.
At the media, whatever. Asking why he hates vaginas. Speaking of Shark Week, is that why Tony Khan is not a fan? Because every fucking 7 to 10 days of the month, he had an awful time in the Khan household. I'm wondering.
Jesus Christ, I'm not fast enough sometimes, but
it's just
the words and opinions of Jimmy Macram do not necessarily reflect those of True Heel Heat, its viewers, or affiliates.
You really don't want us to get invited. You invited on any more media calls, don't you? Like,
nobody else is curious about this. Nobody else is like fascinated by this. I'm not even angry about it anymore. I'm just curious. Like, what happened to this man to make him so spiteful? We all know that one friend we got who hates women, right? And we're like, what happened? We're like, oh, I remember when Charlene did this, that, the fucking third. He's been like that ever since. I want to know what happened to this guy. Just me?
Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, Jimmy. We got a super chat donation here from Kid Get Money saying, can SP3 explain the character of Joe Gacy to Jimmy? Well, Joe Gacy is he was introduced as this kind of like, he said a lot of buzzwords like inclusion and acceptance. That was how his character was introduced. And now he's become sort of like a hippie Bray Wyatt. He's recruited people that were down on themselves and felt lost. And he's invited them into his whole group called the Schism. And he cuts promos about inclusion and acceptance. And he had the grizzled young veterans under like robes as like druids. And now he's rechristened them or purified them, and now they shave their beards and they have contacts, and he changed their names. They were once James Drake and Zach Gibson, now they're Jagger Reed and Rip Fowler, and yeah, that's the Joe Gacy character.
Oh, again. All this sounds awesome. Is it just poorly done? What is it? All these things sound hilarious.
I mean, me personally, I love the Joe Gacy character because on the Wrestle Talk podcast, I just do his promos. His promos have some of the best verbiage you could ever hear.
That's, you know what he sounds like? He sounds like Klaus last season from Umbrella Academy.
Yes, yes. That basically his gimmick is that he's Klaus. So I'll tell you some of the bit of his promo. I'm not gonna go full Gacy here. I'm just gonna read off the promo because I write it down every single week. So this was his promo on Tuesday. For the last 10 weeks, you have sat under my tree. You have surrendered yourself to my teachings, tore down your egos, and rebuilt yourselves as pillars of inclusion and acceptance. Under my guidance, you will be who you were always meant to be. It is time for you to emerge. Before you do, understand there is no going back. Do you accept this fate? Now, the final step of the purification will commence.
This sounds awesome. I'm sorry. If people are wondering what I want from fucking wrestling in general, it would be late 99 to fucking 2001 Attitude Era, or take AEW's roster with this nonsense. Like, that's the thing to enjoy.
That's the perfect magic. That's a perfect melting pot for Jimmy. Talking about the best friends versus Blackpool Combat Club, which was the whole point. We went into a whole tangent on everything. Negro Buck says the match should have happened forever ago. Still loved it though. I do agree with that. Ninja Mortis says I like this match too. Yuta versus Chuck was fun story. Trent ? Looks like $1 million. Yeah, for the most part. Simeon says, "Hey Jimmy, give Tony credit. He gave 5+ of my people TV time. My black people draw ratings."
I was actually just hearing about Bill Bailey. He was a tap dancer in the 50s who was allowed to perform in white clubs, but not allowed to sit at the restaurant. That's how I feel about these Negroes on my TV. I love you all, but I'm not going to be impressed because he has you up there fucking tap dancing. Kevin Gates.
The words and opinions of Jimmy Macram do not necessarily reflect those of True Heel Heat, its viewers, or affiliates.
I like Lee. I like Swerve, but I can't. You're not going to convince me that having him stand next to Kevin Gates is a good thing ever.
Hey, he
Or
got
pies
two
and
phones.
faces. Get it? How?
How many times can I say he got 2 phones? One for the crew and one for the road. There you go. Ninja Mortis says super chats need to be $10 if we got to talk about NXT 2.0.
It must be awful. I can't wait to see. I want to see it. I might watch it.
Annika's requesting, so just watch one episode, Jimmy. Just
might be amazing. That sounds amazing. Cult leaders, mobsters. What was the other one? Bitches don't belt and garbage. This is awesome. This is awesome.
Fair enough. All right. I think we're done with the comments for now. Keep those coming. Keep those super chats coming. You guys are awesome so far. We get a video pack covering Jonathan Gresham versus Claudio Castagnoli for the ROH World Title. That was actually pretty good, and it makes me believe that Claudio is going to win on Saturday. What about you, Jimmy?
Sure. Let's go with that.
It's going to be a great match. You already said that you know it's going to be.
I'm sure. Well, listen, who cares? Who cares, though? But, like, who cares? If a tree falls in the forest.
At commentary, we see Sharky, the Shark Week mascot, behind Excalibur and Taz. Excalibur brings up that next week is Fight for the Fallen. Did you know who Sharky was?
No. Is that an actual thing?
Yeah, Nyla Rose was Sharky, the mascot, the Shark Week mascot.
Oh my god! Is this like a meta context? Like she's actually our mascot, pretending we're inclusive, and here she's an actual mascot. That might be actually clever on his part. That's like a fuck you to all y'all. That's actually kind of
drop the beat, right? I got. Can I get a second? Can I get a second opinion in the chat? Someone let me know if that's worthy of dropping the beat, because my lord,
am I wrong? They can't get me on this. Am I wrong?
AEW with the best comment. Jimmy's brain is so interesting.
I'm just saying. Yes,
Negro Buff gave me permission.
The words and opinions of Jimmy Macram do not necessarily reflect those of True Heel Heat, its viewers, or affiliates.
I think that's undeserved. I think if you all would think about it for just a little while, think about it. When they had Pride Month, who's the first motherfucker they threw up there? It wasn't Sunny Kiss. Don't get it wrong. Who's the first motherfucker they threw up there? Look at what we did. We love everybody.
Annika, I don't know why I told him that. I don't know.
I'm just asking.
I really don't know why I told him that, but I did. In the ring, Tony Schiavone introduced the new AEW World Tag Team Champions Swerve in Our Glory for a championship celebration. There is cake and champagne for the new champions. The crowd chants, "Oh, bask in his glory." Then Swerve gets the fans to answer, "Whose house?" Swerve's house. Shivani congratulates Swerve. We see Kevin Gates is in the front row for the celebration. Swerve called in one of his friends saying that Gates is here for him. Keith expresses his internal thanks to not just Swerve, the opportunity, but to all the fans. Lee takes off his jacket to reveal they are both wearing new champions shirts. Then Tony Nese and Smart Mark Sterling come out to interrupt. They say they got lucky when they won those titles, and they still have the petition to get rid of Swerve Strickland. Smart Mark says Lee got lucky to not have Swerve stab him in the back. Sterling then asks Kevin Gates to sign the petition. Sterling says that he thought that Kevin Gates was young MA, but he just got too excited. He says that Kevin Gates got 2 phones, but he refuses to sign the petition. So Sterling says that his music sucks. Nese confronts Gates, who punches him right in the face. And with Nese down, Swerve smashes the cake in Smart Mark's face. He got him real good there. That cake was all over his dome. And Swerve then daps up West Side Gun as well. So we had a lot of rappers in this segment. Any thoughts, Jimmy?
We're off to a hell of a start for this tag team reign. You know what? But at least they are treated as... Oh, never mind. I was going to say at least they're treated as the most important people in the segment, but that's not true. They're treated as the most important wrestlers in the segment. That's got to count for something, right? That's an improvement over Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. So you know what? Fuck it. I'll take it. Fuck it.
Hey,
I've already said about Kevin Gates. Do your research on Kevin Gates. Has cult. Talking about cults. Look at that fucking smile he has on his face. Tell me it's not a cult leader. Come on, man. That is fucking evil villain. Get ready for the sequel ass fucking smile right there.
With fat Conor McGregor behind him. Backstage, we go to Tony Schiavone, who interviews Sean Silver and Alex Reynolds, as well as the Butcher and the Blade. Silver says that his favorite wrestler is the Butcher because he's the meat man, so he got them some Butch shirts. Butcher and Blade jump Silver and Reynolds. They take out Reynolds good, throw him into a fucking wall until Hangman Adam Page comes with a steel chair to make the save, and this sets up Page and Silver versus the Butcher and the Blade on AEW Rampage this week.
First of all, the Butcher's here, so that's a win. Always a win. Push the Butcher whenever you get.
Hashtag push the Butcher. We're still here. We still here, Butcher. We still here.
But I think I just need to remind you, and somebody needs to remind Tony Khan, that Hangman was the world champion like 12 seconds ago.
Like, I'm like, yo, I had to put on, I think I put it on Twitter. It has been depressing how badly Hangman Adam Page has been booked for the past 7 weeks since he lost the AEW World Championship. It's been 7 weeks since he lost the AEW World Championship.
I feel your pain. I know a lot of you love Hangman. I like Hangman. And he fucking crushed it whenever he got the chance. But Wow. It's so gross.
Well, Chisholm said, it's bad when SP3 got to ask us, should he drop the beat? And we got Latrell who says, creepy ass smile talking about Kevin Gates.
Absolutely.
CM says Gates looked like a Manny Fresh stud with good skin care. Oh God. Latrell says no love for West Side Gun. Yeah, poor West Side Gun. And then my boy Blue also said West Side Gun got completely disregarded again.
That's how that works, sir. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll come with another rap album during Black History Month. You could be on that.
There you go. EBB was hoping this segment would kickstart the tag champions having direction again. Maybe a tag team comes out and starts a feud with Swerve and Lee. Nope. Sterling's face held that cake well, though. Yes.
This is the alternative to WWE, by the way. Cakes in people's faces. The alternative. Look it up. 2 WWE guys putting cake in somebody's face. On another, because the alternative to professional wrestling.
Bargo said nobody care about Westside Gun. There you go. CM says Westside deserves all the love. There you go. And then Ninja Morty says the streets care about Westside.
Streets don't watch wrestling, apparently. I don't know what to tell you.
Ninja Morty also says, I thought T.I. was the cult leader.
Don't let them do that to us, brother. You can have more than one black cult leader.
This is true. And we affirmative action out here for cult leaders. Yes. Hashtag push the butcher. Hashtag push the butcher. Hashtag justice for DL. Okay. Hashtag push the butcher. Hashtag push the butcher. Yes. Put it on Twitter. Tag Tony Khan. Tag us.
Hey.
Tell me watch AEWramble. That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. We're here for the love. And Parko says the Dark Order is cringe. Yeah. Yeah.
They've been that way.
It's supposed to be comedy, but it never is that funny.
Can we just admit they've always been fucking awful outside of when Brody Lee was there? They've always stunk. And you guys gave him a pass as Brody Lee died, and these were his guys. So you tried to be nice to them for fucking a year for some fucking reason. They've always stunk.
We did. EBB says we didn't even get an answer as to why he didn't cheat. Did he regret it? Hangman's massive moment, how he lost the title, and it hasn't been addressed. Man, you know it's bad when EBB is pointing this out.
Let them have it.
It's all
Listen,
true.
man, it is what it is. Look at you. Just pointed out that's called character motivation. He doesn't shoot them characters. They're just toys that he uses and then gets rid of.
Like, I'm gonna put this toy versus this toy, no story involved. Just put them together. They have a great match. One Mike Nation says, all I hope is Hangman turn heel, join the Bucks, and destroy the Dark Order and give -1. Well, we gotta pick on -1. Why?
That'd be awesome. Except I think JR and his hate would go, that just killed him. They'd be like, uh-oh.
You just killed Brody. Imagine. Oh man. Christian Cage and Luchasaurus versus Varsity Blondes was next. You guys asked for Harlem Heat. There you go. Say hi. Say hi. No, you're just gonna drink. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi, Jimmy. No. You're just gonna look. All right, that's fair. Next, Christian Cage and Luchasaurus versus the Varsity Blondes. Nothing much to see here, really. This was just domination by Luchasaurus. He completely dominates both Brian Pillman Jr. and Griff Garrison. He delivers a series of choke slams to both men before Christian, Mr. Outwork Everyone, tags in and gets the cover for the win. Impressive squash win for Luchasaurus with Christian there. It was an impressive handicap squash match. Post match, though, Christian gets on Luchasaurus' shoulders, similar to Jurassic Express, and it was like it summoned Jungle Boy's return. His music hits to a huge pop from this crowd. He comes out with a steel chair and confronts Luchasaurus, who steps aside for his former tag team partner. Jungle Boy gives chase to Christian Cage through the crowd to end the segment. He had to slow himself down because he was about to catch Christian at one point, but what do you think? I'm not even going to ask about the match. It was what it was. What did you think about Luchasaurus stepping aside for Jungle Boy?
I have so many thoughts on this, and none of them are good. They're all bad. I have nothing but complaints. I don't know where to fucking begin. All right, let's start with what actually happened. So am I to believe that this was a last-minute decision by Luchasaurus to step aside? Was this planned all along? Was this Luchasaurus like removing himself from the situation at all? I don't deal with either one of these two. All of these are bad ideas. I'm going to assume this is Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy back on the same page. And if that was the case, why wouldn't Luchasaurus just grab Christian? You're right there. Just grab him. I don't understand any of this. And more importantly, in a larger context, this now officially doesn't help anybody. Like, nobody's going to get up on the situation. Luchasaurus is not a heel, so fuck him. They're back to being Jurassic Express. Jungle Boy's not going to be this badass single star because he's back with his dummy. Christian only want to benefits because he's back on TV. Being awesome, but back on TV. This is shocking to me. I was so hyped when Jungle Boy came out. He felt like a star. He had this jacket. He had some stubble going. He had his fucking hair out looking like a fucking mess. Christian looked like he shat his pants. It could have been awesome. And then nothing. Yes. There you go. There you go. There you go. There it is.
I much rather have preferred if Christian told Luchasaurus to need to leave and stay in front of me because he's not going to come after me if you're in front of me, and they just leave together. I understood the question was that they were trying to create is whose side is Luchasaurus really on. So I'm willing to see what happens next. He could still turn on Jungle Boy, his official turn on Jungle Boy after this, because Jungle Boy didn't get his hands on Christian. If he got his hands on Christian, then I totally agree with you. This is awful. It's no turning back. You just turned Luchasaurus heel to turn him back babyface for no reason. But there was a little bit of unclear of his intentions here. So I'm willing to see it play out.
It's shocking how much credit we give him just for being sloppy. Tony Khan. He somehow gets wiggle room for being incompetent. Where do you do that at? I don't understand any of this essay you wrote, so I'm going to give you 100. Or I'll wait until next week's test to see what I give you for this one. This is dumb. All of this is dumb. Like, I'll be honest, everything until that I loved. Christian being on fucking Luchasaurus' shoulders should have been like a 3-week thing. I just found it hilarious.
It was good. It was really good. I was with it. I was definitely with it for sure. But I want to see what's next here, because this was the best storyline going in AEW. But hopefully this doesn't hold it back too much. Next, backstage, we went to Lexi Nair. She's interviewing the Gun Club, who Billy says, yo, listen. And then they said they were sick of Max Caster putting them in their raps. So Austin Gunn challenges Max Caster to a rap battle this Friday on Rampage. That's worth watching, Rampage. Just to see Austin Gunn rap.
Say so. I actually didn't even hate the segment. As ridiculous as it was. I don't hate this feud as silly as it is. I do have a question, though, if any of you know. I know Austin Gunn has got John Wayne tattooed on his arm, racist ass John Wayne. But who is the other man or two men he's got tattooed on his shoulder? You know?
Hey, he's all about inclusion. He's got two men on his arm. So
I know one's John Wayne, who believed in white supremacy, and I don't mean that in like the Twitter way, where everything's white supremacy. Apparently, it's the whole system. Really, everything's white supremacy. I mean, literally, white people are better until black people get their shit together. John Wayne in the Playboy magazine. Look it up.
Jimmy's just giving you all the vital information.
Send here to help
and show your support for Jimmy Macram teaching people history.
Hey, I'm here to help you. Now listen, you still like his movies. I enjoy quite a few of them. I'm just saying. Yeah, I just want to know who the other one is. I'm so curious. Maybe it's Chris Jericho.
Let us know in the comments. Let us know in the super chat. We got JR comes out for the second hour, and I think he was on his podcast. He said that this was Tony Khan's idea to always have a pop at the beginning of the second hour. How long is JR going to get a pop still for this entrance coming out?
Yo, what? Tony first. Oh, you know what? You know what? I'm actually going to let that slide, because that is actually good leadership to demote somebody and give them a positive reason for why you're doing it. You're just so popular. We need to have you come out of the top of it. We need this to happen.
We need you.
Really,
this is going to be brilliant. Ricky Starks versus Cole 2 Dimes Carter for the FTW Championship. This crowd absolutely loved Ricky Starks.
They get it.
The whole bunch of SP3 and Jimmys in the crowd. Pretty good pop for the signature pose. Like they were waiting for him to do it. Like they were getting hyped when he was acting like he was pump faking like he was doing it. Big bulls for Cole Carter when he goes on offense. Carter hits a crossbody and makes Ricky take a break on the floor before commercial. During the break, we get the Ricky Starks rope walk to a huge pop from the Atlanta crowd. He's so over here tonight. Carter hits a pump kick and follows with a ripcord knee strike for a 2 count. And then Carter reverses Rochambeau into a TKO. He goes to the top rope. He doesn't go for the cover. He goes for a 450 splash. And of course, he misses. And Stark moves and hits the spear for the win to retain the FTW championship. This was just fine. Carter was still green, but Ricky Starks winning and adding another successful defense. They did talk about that he won the title last year at Fyter Fest, and he's been the champion for 1 year. Taz talking about him being the greatest FTW champion of all time. So he gets on the mic, and Ricky says that was his first open challenge, but he says he got a little more left in the tank. And then Starks asks for another challenge to come down. The music of Danhausen hits, and Ricky Starks is surprised. Big pop for Danhausen. He gets on the microphone and says, "Richard, it is I, Danhausen." He says that he accepts the challenge, and Stark says when he said it was the right time, he didn't mean right now. To offer Danhausen a shot next week on Dynamite, and he does an absolute great Danhausen impersonation, like or to be Ricky Starks. Awesome. He came off so much like we hear the comparisons, but this felt like The Rock on the mic, like him having the crowd in the palm of his hand and then being able to get heel heat by saying he's gonna do another open challenge and then say next week you can watch it on TV. This was just great Ricky Starks throughout this. What did you think about the match and the post-match here?
I can't tell you how many times I rewound it just to hear Danhausen. Ricky Starks is hilarious. I loved everything about this. I will be honest, this was the only thing that gave me hope for AEW. I assume Dummy was really impressed. He actually watched the Ricky Starks match instead of snorting cocaine. He actually watched the fucking main event last week and decided, oh my God, Ricky Starks is really good. Yeah, no shit, stupid. And he gave some time here. Not mad. And Ricky Starks crushed it as he should, both on the mic and in the ring. I gotta be honest, that kid, I don't know his name, Sleep with the Fishes.
Cole Carter.
Ugh. Name was horrific. Jesus. Ugh.
He got 2 last names.
Oh yeah,
not 2 first names. He got 2 last names.
I hope. First of all, I looked at this roster. The Dragon's out, Punk is out, Cole is out. Who else is out? Omega's out, though he's coming back apparently soon. And I still look at this roster and go, there's way too many fucking people here. Way too many. This should be his last appearance. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we don't need him. We don't need him here.
Yeah.
There's plenty. There's a good old Roderick Strong in NXT that would fit in nicely here in AEW. We don't need to get their low rent Cole Carter, 2 dimes, a guy that people didn't even want to see when he was on NXT. We don't need him in AEW.
Apparently so. Send half this roster to ROH, please. Get rid of this.
And a lot of people loving Ricky Starks in the chat, as you should, because Ricky Starks is an absolute gem. And we get Starks versus Danhausen next week. My question, do you think this is going to lead? Because what I got from this segment with Danhausen coming out and with Taz on commentary, where he was bigging up Ricky and talking about him being the most dominant FTW champion and the 1 year reign, but he was also upset about the open challenge. He said that wasn't a good idea. He tried to talk him out of it, and even when he was saying, oh, he's the best FTW champion of all time, there was an underlining bit of jealousy in when he was saying it. So do you think that this is leading to Taz's son Hook being the next up for the FTW championship?
If this leads to Hook's fucking beating Ricky Starks, I'm out. I to give me hope that you're going to push Starks, only to have him lose the hook.
Racially ambiguous hook.
I can't.
Racially ambiguous hook.
I can't do it. Ricky Starks should be the second biggest heel in this company, outside of MJF, who I'm assuming is still on the payroll. Not on the roster, he's on the payroll at the very least.
Correct. Next, we had backstage. Tony Schiavone interviews Athena, Chris Statlander, and Willow Nightingale. Tony says that Statlander has to sit out tonight thanks to Stokely Hathaway. Chris Statlander did not look pleased about that. And then Athena says that Statlander should aim her sights on the AEW Women's World Championship while Athena goes for the TBS title. Willow, being her positive self, said that her and Athena got things from here and they all put their hands in to take out the baddies. Any thoughts?
Yep, I said it must be about 10:30. See, yep, there it is.
Never fails. It never fails. You know you're gonna get one match at the top of the hour that goes like 10 to 15 minutes, and then when we come back from commercial, it's time for the ladies. It's time for all the ladies. But in between all the ladies, we might have got one of the best promos of the year. Back for a break, Tony Schiavone is in the ring, and he calls out FTR ahead of their 2 out of 3 falls matchup against the Briscoes for the ROH World Tag Team titles at Death Before Dishonor this Saturday. Huge pop for FTR. Cash Wheeler says he's never going to get used to that kind of reaction. The fans chant FTR. Wheeler says 2022 has been a pretty big year for FTR to talking about, the Supercard of Honor, and they went to war with the Briscoes. Cash says no match has been bigger for FTR until this Saturday with FTR versus the Briscoes 2. And then Cash says if they think they are gonna take the gold from FTR, then they will have to do it from their cold, dead hands. Dax then talks, and he tells us a story about a 5-year-old girl who went to the doctor, went to the pediatrician, and she had a small hole at the bottom of her heart. The doctor says that she needs to, rest up and stuff, come back in a few years and fight. And if she comes back and there's still that hole there, then she has to have open heart surgery, which would be risky. So they have to, wait because, open heart surgery on a 5-year-old, that is very, very risky. So they come back a few years later to the pediatrician, and the hole in her heart was all healed up. And Dax says that little girl is my daughter. So if she can fight that hard, then her daddy will this Saturday at ROH Death Before Dishonor. I just put in my notes at this point. Wow. Harwood then gives us one of the best lines of the year. He says, this Saturday, I'm going to fight like an 8-year-old girl, and I'm going to beat your asses this Saturday. My Lord, this was a fantastic promo. Dax Harwood, I can't give him Wrestler of the Year, but if he's not in the conversation, then I don't know what you're watching, because this guy hits home runs on the mic, hits home runs every time he's in a singles match. He's in one of the best tag teams in the world, the best tag team of 2022. I will give them that. So
what year are we in?
What did you think about this promo?
They're not the best tag team in the world, the best tag team of this year. Where they do that at? Where did math come from?
Just this year.
Dax was amazing, as he always is. Cash was fine. Dax was amazing. It was great. I don't need the story to make you like FTR. I already like FTR. They're the best tag team in the world of 22, of 23. I assume unless something happens. It is what it is. Rest of the year. I can't think of anybody else who would be at the moment. I only watch one company, and everybody else has got major holes in their resume. Punk, obviously. MGF, obviously. Hangman. Yeah, just the last couple of weeks would remove him from running.
I'd say Jon Moxley's in the AEW roster. He's the only one that kind of is the person that I would slightly put ahead of Dax right now.
Do you know if he fucking loses this belt to Punk, that this reign will not count? Like literally, it won't count. Like
he's a two-time AEW champion in my heart.
No, it's Dax, and it's over. It was 6 months in, 6.5. It's over. Go ahead, Dax. Go ahead, Dax. I see so much shit here that is, Dax was the year. I see somebody, Tony sidestepped the question. He stinks. Of course he does. AEW has no reason to push the women's division. They aren't losing viewers over it. How do I say this? You're right and you're wrong. They are losing viewers because Tony Khan's a bum. But you're right. As long as you all continue to give them money, they continue to. Why would he? Why would he? He doesn't like girls. They make him sick. Fair enough. Don't push him. Get rid of him. Get rid of the division. Just have Jade around to do Jade things.
There you go. There you go. Yes, and True Hill Heat Sports, I'm going to assume that's Romeo, saying, Tony just completely sidestepped John Alba's question about Willow being signed to AEW or ROH, just says she was improving and an asset for both. And then he also adds that we have a new Patreon backer. Thank you so much, Dan Schneid, who's our new Patreon backer. Appreciate you joining the Patreon backers, our loyal Patreon backers over on patreon.com/True Hill Heat. More exclusive content, the True Hill Heat Prediction Championship, and the best way to support True Hill Heat consistently. So
that answer is fucking gross. I'm sorry. Why are we pretending he's not a sleazy con man like the rest of them? Why are we pretending this? She's improving, always improving. It's not like with them niggas after a game. We played hard. Both teams played hard.
Teams play hard. Both teams play hard.
Shut up. Enough.
And both teams played hard. Backstage, Lexi Nair interviews Jay Lethal, Santam Singh, and Sandra Dutt. Lexi brings up Samoa Joe in their match at ROH, Death Before Dishonor. Luckily, this is different from the last freaking 7 weeks. Christopher Daniels interrupts. Sanjay Dutt says he doesn't care about Daniels. Lethal says he probably should have been champion by now, but Joe has been out. And Daniels challenges Jay Lethal for Rampage this Friday, Fyter Fest final night.
Okay, here's what I'm saying. Okay, here's a thought project for all of you. Okay, stay with me. This is my thesis. This is my thesis I built my AEW fucking opinion on. If all the great talents we've seen on the show so far up to this point, which is an hour and a half because we just saw women, right? If we
No, the women's match is next, but go ahead.
Oh, okay. We're about to get there. If we made them all average wrestlers instead of great wrestlers, like Darby and Brody King, this is average matches, average promos, how awful would you acknowledge the booking is? How much is it saved by fantastic talent?
It's very much saved by fantastic talent. We could agree on that.
So I'm asking.
There is some bad booking that goes on this show, especially as of late. I would say, especially as of just before Double or Nothing. This has been the worst stretch of booking from AEW, in my opinion.
I'll fucking take it.
Jade Cargill and Kara Hogan make their entrance for the tag team matchup with Stokely Hathaway and hip-hop legend and mogul JD Jermaine Dupri. So Def is in the house. Stokely says Layla Gray is out tonight, but so is Chris Statlander. Ain't gonna be no head slapping tonight. Jade says that we got JD in the house, we got her baddies in the house, and she will prove why she's that bitch. And they're versing Athena and Willow Nightingale. Willow gets control early on Hogan and with sentons, and then body slams Athena on Kira. Athena knocks Jade to the floor. Willow follows with a double blockbuster on Jade and Kira off their apron. Then Athena follows with a triangle cross body to the floor. Willow tags back in and hits a nice spine buster on Kira, but Cargill breaks it up and calls Athena into the ring. The two trade forearms. Jade misses a pump kick, but Athena misses a drop kick before Jade hits a thrust kick. Then Jade hits her fall away slam into her kip up, but Athena does a kip up at the same time. Very good chemistry between these ladies early on. This was probably the best portion of the match for me. Athena hits a Meteora on Jade, Then Athena then catches Kira with a power bomb on the apron on the outside. Stokely gets in Athena's face, which gives Jade the opening to hit a pump kick, and Athena hits her head hard into the steel steps. Back into the ring, Cargill tags in. She hits the Blue Thunder Bomb on Willow for 2, and then she follows up quickly with the Jaded on Willow for the win. Pretty good tag team matchup with Willow looking good, but Athena, I would say, was the best star in this matchup. Post-match, Stokely and Jade. Stokely's face, priceless. Stokely is just the best. Whenever his team wins, just get the camera on him because he is fabulous. What did you think?
I think I'm really tired of seeing Negroes beat up on each other. It appears to be the theme. If you're going to be on TV, you got some Mandingo fights to do. That aside, Mandinga.
Whoa.
What?
The words and opinions of Jimmy Macram do not necessarily reflect those of True Heel Heat, its viewers, or affiliates.
Just asking the question.
Can take you nowhere. But go ahead.
It was great. It was really good. I wish they got more time.
Yeah.
But I mean, they have a handicap. All these women have 2 handicaps, as a matter of fact. So surprised they've done that well at all. The first one being between their legs, the other one being called the complexion. But hey, fuck it. You made it this far. Keep fighting.
There you go. Oh, we got Frantic World with another question. He says, is Jimmy going to watch the Ric Flair pay-per-view? Ric Flair's last match with Ric Flair and Andrade El Idolo versus Jay Lethal and Double J, Jeff Jarrett.
Ric Flair is the greatest wrestler of all time. Matter of fact, he was so far ahead of everybody else, he hasn't managed to ruin it in the last 20 years, even though he's done everything he possibly could to try. No, I won't be watching. Yeah.
I figured that one. One Mike Nation says, anyone else notice the rant JR had calling Jade a bitch over and over?
Yes, but that felt like it was trying to do his thing. It didn't feel whatever.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay. It's JR at this point to me. I'm like numb to it. Yeah, a lot of people seem to like that, and yes, I did drop the beat. I just yeah.
What? I know. I don't listen. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Fair enough. You want black people beating black people up. I know. It's the media. They do that to us, sister.
Annika says, I would rather the black champ lose to a black wrestler.
This is crabs in a barrel. None of us ever get out.
Here you have it. Tony Schiavone is backstage to interview Thunderstorm next week on the Fight for the Fallen special of AEW Dynamite. Thunder Rosa will defend the AEW Women's World Championship against Miyu Yamashita. Rosa says Yamashita is the best that Japan has to offer and is ready to face her once again. In comes Britt Baker, who says, oh God, why do we have to have another Thunder Rosa promo? She also says that her and Jamie Hayter will be in action this Friday and show Thunderstorm how it's done. I think we're getting what I want. I think we're getting the Fatal 4-Way. We're at least getting a tag match before that, but we're going to get the Fatal 4-Way.
Is that what you got from this? I got that this was probably recorded the same as last week's. What the fuck was
they
this?
had on different attire.
It's the same shit over and over.
Yeah.
I can't believe this, by the way. EBB with a great point, by the way. Shocking. Great. He's well rested today. A great point.
EBB says Britt losing the title didn't affect her character one bit. She just keeps telling the woman they suck and then wins. Britt is good, but her promos and booking sucks. I miss crazy conspiracy Britt.
Dude, that was actually EBB very rarely has great points. Matter of fact, he very rarely has good points. Very rarely has a point at all. But that is actually a brilliant point, sir. I had the exact same fucking epiphany a couple days ago. I was like, she's hit a wall, clearly. And I don't know why. Because it's no character consistent. Well, she's very consistent. She's just an asshole, and she's an asshole to everybody she sees. But that's not a character. The character is supposed to be that she believed that there was a conspiracy against her. Then she won the belt, and now she hasn't gotten a rematch after she won the tournament and all. She should be talking about how she's been screwed by this company. Again, she should be back on it.
But she's still talking like she's the champion.
Nothing changed. Nothing happened. She should be throwing Thunder Rosa through a fucking wall. You got fucking Jamie Hayter right there. Are we gonna pretend that this is not fucking awful?
It is pretty bad.
I call her Britt. Have you noticed? I haven't noticed. I didn't call her GOAT once, sadly. Sadly. Oh, she's just Britt.
Damn it.
But before that, sir, it was like 2 months before that. Sadly.
Yeah. It was during her reign, actually. We're ready for the main event. We see Justin Roberts has a microphone that is wrapped in barbed wire, and I'm just like, okay, let's go. I was ready for this at this point because that was so outrageous. I was like, all right, now I'm back into the show. Jericho Appreciation Society come out to be locked in the shark cage, and immediately I'm like, where the fuck is Sammy and Ty? Where the fuck? They're the Jericho Appreciation Society too. You should have saved the part where Jericho said they were part of the Jericho Appreciation Society, and you were only going to lock 4 people in there. You should have waited to say that they weren't a part of the Jericho were a part of the Jericho Appreciation Society till after this. Oh God, Jericho. Yes, we see Ruby Soho has control of the lift and the key to the shark cage. Jericho makes a special Painmaker entrance with him popping out of a cloud of smoke at the entranceway along with the barbed wire Floyd bat. I thought Jericho had blackface for a moment there. I was about to be scared. And this match peaked at the beginning of the matchup because Eddie Kingston comes out and grabs the barbed wire microphone from Justin Roberts. He nails Jericho with it, and he then says into the microphone, "You're gonna bleed, Shark Week."
Look at that brother's face in the corner. He's so enamored.
He's so into this. King starts raking Jericho's head, who's busted open already with the barbed wire mic. Jericho nails Kingston with the barbed wire bell at ringside. King smashes Jericho's head into a barbed wire table at ringside, and then back in the ring, he hip tosses him into the barbed wire ropes. King then grabs a barbed wire steel chair and nails Jericho in the back with it. Jericho hits a Frankensteiner off the top rope into a barbed wire table that is not set up, so King just gets stuck in the wires. I was like, oh God, this was living up to the stipulation.
It was.
Then we come back from break. Both men still is going well. Both men are covered in blood. King throws Jericho back first into the barbed wire ropes and then drops him crotch first on the ropes. Eddie then sets up the barbed wire table at ringside, and they fight on the apron. And then King hits a suplex off. Oh my God, yes, off of the apron into the barbed wire table through it. That was really good. Plenty of good stuff going on here, and we're about to hit a wall. We're about to hit a wall, ladies and gentlemen, and the wall is called Ty Conti. Ty Conti.
Hey.
I'm sorry. Ty Conti runs down to ringside and assaults Ruby Soho. Anna Jay then comes down and pulls Ty off of Ruby, and then we get what we finally wanted. Anna Jay turns heel and attacks Ruby Soho, joining Ty Conti. They use the lift to bring the Jericho Appreciation Society shark cage down. Ty then goes to unlock the cage and can't unlock it. She can't unlock it. Poor Ty can't unlock the cage. So the Jericho Appreciation Society have to fucking go through the cracks of the shark cage. They think smarter, not harder. Jericho Appreciation Society escape the cage. They get into the ring and attack Eddie Kingston. Ortiz and the Blackpool Combat Club come down to even the odds. Ortiz nails Jericho with the mad ball in the ring, and Kingston hits an exploder suplex through a barbed wire table in the corner. Eddie goes to use the barbed wire chair, but Jericho catches him with the code breaker. The chair does fall on Jericho's face. It looked like it split his nose open. The Painmaker then uses the barbed wire chair to hit Eddie while he's down. He places it on Eddie for a lion salt, but Eddie throws the chair at Jericho. Kingston then hits the spinning back fist for a near fall, and then Eddie grabs the barbed wire under the ring and he wraps it around Jericho before applying the stretch plum. However, like I said, the glaring hole that they never addressed on commentary until Sammy Guevara got down there was that Sammy Guevara still hasn't appeared. So he makes his return for the first time since getting thrown off the blood and guts cage. He attacks Eddie Kingston, hits a super kick, and then he sets up Jericho hitting the Judas effect with barbed wire wrapped around him to beat Eddie Kingston. This was a crazy spectacle. It was going well until we got all bunch of shenanigans. We got interference when they said we weren't going to get interference. This felt like it was booked, not even like bad WWE, like bad TNA from 2005. This is just really, really just clusterfuck at its best. Jericho wins. Okay. Then post-match, we got some botching, a clunky ass botch as Jericho was supposed to hit Sammy with barbed wire and supposed to miss Eddie. Then Eddie eventually you can hear him shouting, say get the fuck out the ring to Sammy. He then grabs Jericho quickly, throws him off of the apron into a barbed wire web, and this was supposed to be Eddie getting the last laugh, that Eddie lost, but he got a measure of revenge to stand tall. This fucking sucked, and Eddie Kingston's face said it all. This was one of the worst endings to AEW Dynamite in quite some time. I would say this was the worst ending since Santam Singh's debut in the company. If you wanted Eddie to stand tall at the end, just have him fucking win. Just have him fucking win. If the point was, oh no, Eddie had to get his revenge, and then you also had to have Jericho win, I understand they probably want to set Jericho up. It seems like we're going to get Jericho and Bryan Danielson. That's probably going to be at All Out if Danielson is back in time. I understand keeping Jericho strong, but give us one thing or the other. Don't give us both, because you've totally fucked both of these up by giving us both. Jimmy, what was your thought?
I'm actually not as down on this as you were. This was ridiculous and awful, but in a ridiculous and awful kind of way. Like, I think everybody here, I think that's what it is. It's not damaging. Like, the women's division is the awful booking is damaging. Jericho and Eddie, unfortunately for everybody, are bulletproof. They can't be hurt. They can't be badly booked. They'll be right in the same spot they were tomorrow. I do have some complaints about Dummy, though. All right, so listen. Tay Conti should be in the cage. Let's pretend Sammy's dead. Let's pretend Sammy died. That was the story.
Like, I said this when I did the review on Believe, and I'll say it here. All they had to do was spend 5 seconds on commentary and be like, have one of them be smart to be like, oh, where's Sammy and Ty? Oh, well, Sammy's been out since Bloody Guts, and I haven't seen Ty Conti all day. That's all we needed at the beginning of the fucking match.
But I still want Tay in the cage, because you're about to fix that. You need Tay to get them down. You're about to fix that in a second anyway, because here comes Anna Jay, who can just take Tay's role.
That is true. Yeah, you could have had Tay in the cage if Anna Jay comes down. One
she fucking opens it or has them slide through the bars, which kind of defeats the whole purpose. I'm not going to blame Tay for that, though. I know a lot of you do. I wouldn't, because you always gimmick locks. I don't know what's going on with wrestlers. Maybe it's the adrenaline. They always struggle with locks. Always. So you should have gimmicked it. And the match was a mess. You know what's funny? The actual finish to the match, they were like going for this fake out where it looked like Kingston was gonna. I liked that because it looked cool. And then I think they were going for the same thing at the end, and it just looked horrific. Poor Eddie. He was so annoyed. I can't.
He was so tight.
He was so pissed. This match was a mess. It did nothing for anybody. If you're gonna do Jericho and Dragon, I mean, fine, sure. As long as we're done. We're done. Eddie should go to the hospital or something. I'm over it. Yes, I was shocked.
I understood.
TNA is a great comparison he pulled out of his ass. Yes, it felt like Jericho versus Raven, or Jarrett versus Raven, or Jarrett versus Styles, or Jarrett versus Monty Brown, or any Jarrett match you can
Jarrett.
like
Jarrett from like 2004 to 2005, like it just got ridiculous. No, Jarrett from the very beginning to like 2005, it just was ridiculous how overbooked those matches was. And this didn't need to be overbooked. All we wanted was the violence, and all we wanted was Eddie to beat the hell out of Jericho. And I honestly don't mind the finish in a vacuum of Sammy being the one to make the save, because it sets up Sammy versus Eddie Kingston. That moves Eddie on. Jericho's strong for his Bryan Danielson feud that is probably next. That is totally fine. It is all the cluster and the fuckery that we got outside of that we didn't need. That's why I'm not as annoyed as some people are that Eddie didn't win, because Eddie's character is he never wins. He never wins. He never gets what he wants. That's Eddie's character, and that makes for a brilliant character and makes him simmer over. So I understand that, but don't give us both of the things. Give us one or the other. Choose one. Choose one struggle. That's all I wanted from this.
Agreed. Dummy is dummy. Never forget it. Though I gotta be honest, we've been told mostly by Dummy himself that Jericho has quite a significant bit of license with his stories, and matches. So I guess he should take a hefty amount of the blame here.
I mean, he's got 30 years of experience.
Yes, he does. Tony Khan will gladly let you know it.
All right. After I ranted about that, let's put our thumbs in the middle for the July 20th, 2022 Fyter Fest Week 2 of AEW Dynamite in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I'm going thumbs in the middle as well. We both got thumbs in the middle. Out of 10, what did you give the show, Jimmy?
6.
You know what? I really enjoyed the first hour, so I'll give it a 6.5. I'll give it a 6.5. The first 2 matches were brilliant. It was brilliant.
Brilliant
stuff. Yes, brilliant.
First match is brilliant.
Brody King beat the hell out of Darby Allin at the match we should have probably gotten a month ago between Blackpool Combat Club and Best Friends. Those were great. Yeah, I'll go 6. Okay, I'll go 6 out of 10. I'll go 6.
There you go. The dog
6
side.
out of 10. I'll go 6 out of 10 with you. Match of the night, Jimmy.
Oh shit! It's Darby and Brody King. That was fucking amazing.
It was. I agree. That's 100% what I'm going with. Brody King beating the hell out of Darby was masterful. LVP of the
Tony Khan. Again, the fucking honorary Tony Khan award. Oh, he stinks. Oh, that face. Just hire a booker. Sir, you can still overrule them if you want. Hire, please.
You got a perfectly good William Regal just sitting right there. Oh. Like, there's so many people he could use that's just there, and he just refuses to. I'm going co-LVP of there's a few people. Tony Khan, the Varsity Blondes.
What they do?
And Chris Jericho.
Wow.
Chris Jericho, like 30 years of experience, and I'm sure his booking fingerprints was written all over this.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm not going to argue with you. Fair enough. I'm sure Tony Khan will gladly let you know soon if he hasn't already on Twitter.
And that's why I can't give Tony Khan all the LVP love, because he did give us one of the blackest episodes in AEW history. We got JD, we got Jermaine Dupri, So Deaf, and Kevin Gates on the show.
That we had Jermaine Dupri, who was 20 years past his prime, at the very least. When was Bow Wow coming out? His prime was before that.
You just don't know the way you move so fast. Of course,
and Kevin Gates, who I repeat, if you don't know about Kevin Gates, do yourself a favor. Google Kevin Gates' cousin, and you Google Kevin Gates' girl and dog. Google it. Not with your kids around. Don't do that. But Google it and see what happens.
I think it looks like everybody's agreeing with you that
oh my God.
LVP Is he? Or they're agreeing with us. LVP is either Jericho or Tony Khan. We got Bone Daddy who says the Shark Cage. we got Ace who says TK. We got Ninja Borders who says Jericho. And we got EBB who says MVP, Brody, LVP, Tony Khan for the booking of the woman, and especially how he's massacred my boy Hangman. Fuck you, Tony.
So, Hangman probably should get the LVP, poor bastard.
Poor guy. MVP of the show, Jimmy.
Ricky Starks. With Dax, you were fantastic, but Ricky Starks is amazing.
Hey, just for how much I gave for LVP, I almost gotta give as many for MVP, but I'll go with Ricky Starks, Dax Harwood after that promo. Dax gotta get some love. And Brody King.
Fair enough.
Yes.
So you gotta put Darby in it too. Beating he took, Jesus Christ. That's swinging so fast.
Yes. Darby gets thrown in there too, because my lord, you said it best. He don't care about his body.
Well, I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
We got a super chat donation. Thank you so much, Kid Get Money. We always appreciate that. And you guys have been awesome with the super chat donations throughout the show. Kid Get Money saying 10 out of 10 show because I've seen Kevin Gates on my wrestling show. Kaza streaming in all platforms.
I'm at
I got two phones, one for the road. It's always good to see people support each other, but good lord, we can't pick nobody else. Pick up a book, brother. Blackest show ever. The blackest show ever. Thank you, Antoine. Thank you, Antoine. Represent. Great liberator of black folks. Jimmy, let the people know where they can find you on social media, your YouTube channel, and of course your comic book. Let the people know.
I got way too intimate with this. Like I was Kevin Gates, and this is my cousin. I can get away with it.
The words and opinions of Jimmy Macram do not necessarily reflect those of True Heel Heat, its viewers, or affiliates.
I can get away with it because I'm adopted, but Kevin Gates, you're not. That's your blood cousin, you creep. What are we talking about? At Jimmy Macram on Instagram, on Twitter, on YouTube, Comic Book Ascension at jimmymacram.com. Yes. There it is. Redesign the website. Well, I didn't redesign it. I paid somebody to do it, but yeah.
Are you ever going to put up our Moon Knight reviews on your YouTube channel?
Yes. I've got a guy working on it right now.
Oh, look at this. This guy's got guys now. Oh, shit.
Yes, I hired two of these people.
You was about to say cocksucker.
I have two editors working on it.
Jesus Christ. These guys can't catch a break. This is about to be called cocksuckers in front of all these people. Another super chat donation from King Good Buddy. Thank you so much, good brother. You've been showing your support throughout this scene. Kevin Gates learned that punch from Big Show. Yep. Big Show was showing him all day. You got to lean into it. Like you got your phone in your hand and your other phone.
Act like your girl grabbed your phone. Just lean into it like that.
Act like you hit your cousin. Like, oh man, great stuff. You can find me on the Twitter machine at TrueHillSP3. I'll be back here on the True Hill Heat YouTube channel tomorrow at 2:05 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:05 p.m. UK for our ROH Death Before Dishonor preview, with special guests Joel Holbert of the Late Night Grin and Wrestle Purist. So join us live for that one. Then Saturday, we got our ROH Death Before Dishonor watch along. Romeo and the gang will be here to watch all the action from Ring of Honor in Lowell, Massachusetts, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Well, they'll be starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Time for that one with the pre-show. We also got on Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time over on the THH Sports YouTube channel. Want to thank everyone who's been supporting us over there, closing in on 100 subscribers already on that channel. So help us along with that if you haven't already. Our UFC London watch along with Romeo, Chase Oliver, and Big Mike Also on Saturday, it's a big day because we're going to start things off at 11:05 a.m. Eastern Time. True Hill Heat 185 with special guest Matty Paddock of Daily Star. He does a lot of great journalism, does a lot of great work on WWE. So we're going to be talking about all the stuff from WWE, Raw, SmackDown.
Just
but
keep
of course,
away from the kids.
What?
Keep away from the kids. Don't get in that ice cream truck he's got.
The words and opinions of Jimmy Macram do not necessarily reflect those of True Hill Heat, its viewers, or affiliates.
I'm joking. I'm sure you're a nice guy, sir. I'm just joking.
THH 185.
For doing that. You got that child pedophile ass picture up there.
The words and opinions of Jimmy Macram do not necessarily reflect those of True Hill Heat, its viewers, or affiliates.
THH 185 this Saturday, 11:05 a.m. Eastern Time. It'll be special guest Matty Paddock, as well as myself, Miss Chrissy Love, and also from Serving Facing Heels, Stephanie Hypes. There's going to be no Serving Facing Heels on Sunday, so we got Stephanie joining us for True Hill Heat on Saturday. And then later today, we got at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Blunt Impact episode 86 with Ness and Drunk Guy JJ watching Impact on Access TV. And then after that, jump over to THA Sports for THA Sports number 7, and we're doing a preview of AFC South action with Stat King and Romeo. Follow us on the Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at True Hill Heat. Patreon.com/True Hill Heat. $3 a month for more exclusive content, True Hill Heat Prediction Championship, and more. And of course, ProWrestlingTees.com/True Heels to wear your True Hill Heat merchandise. Yes, Romeo. What are we doing?
Hey, I'm just saying. Y'all have to.
This man was about to finish off with 6 and got 2 in a matter of one sentence. For Jimmy Macram, it is me, your new media forbidden door, SP3. This has been AEWramble, episode 52. Death before this nonsense. We are signing off until next time.